All right. I'm not sure where this video is going to fall as far as the categorizing of where to put this one. I don't know if it's going to be considered a ceiling talk, an unpopular opinion, or a timestamp video. But this is the Ariana Grande video. Now, full disclosure, I was supposed to make a video about Ariana Grande last month because Ariana, for the last 2 months or so, has been in the headlines again because she has released a new album called Petal, and she's starting to do shows to promote the album. And I decided to wait because there was so much discourse going on about her body. And I was going back and forth with people on social media who was commenting about her body, some out of concern, some just out of looking for engagement. But I decided to wait because I wanted to see how this would go. I didn't know if we were blowing this out of proportion. I didn't know. I wanted to wait and see. I never want to make the type of content that I am just reactive off of headlines or something polarizing that has just happened. I think in order to form an informed opinion or have well thought out commentary, there has to be some time in between the actual event and when you give your take. Now, I know in this fast-paced social media society that we live in, sometimes that can be career suicide, but that's just how I choose to approach my content. So I didn't make the video last month. What's prompting me to make the video now is that the music video for the lead single and self-titled track of the new album Petal was released, I think 2 days ago. As I'm recording this video, today is Monday. I think the video was released either Saturday or Friday. I just saw it yesterday. When I saw the music video, I knew it was time for me to make my video. Now, full disclosure, I am not going to pull my punches much in this video. I am going to be respectful, but I'm not going to tiptoe around certain issues. So audio discretion is advised. I am going to always be respectful and come from a place of concern and empathy, but I'm not going to mince my words. Also, in this video, I will be transparent about issues that I have faced in my own personal life. So now the disclaimers are out the way. Now that you have been warned, Ariana Grande is suffering from an eating disorder. We're not going to tiptoe around this and act like what Ariana is displaying is anything short of an eating disorder. What I do wonder, though, is where the eating disorder stemmed from. I remember about 2 or 3 years ago when both Ariana and Cynthia Erivo were on the first press tour of the first Wicked movie. Both women had become visibly smaller than we're accustomed to seeing them. And there was a lot of jokes on the internet. If you were on the internet at that time, or if you followed anything about Wicked or Cynthia Erivo or Ariana Grande, you know all the jokes that were made in poor taste, just people looking for attention, to be honest. But we noticed that both women were starting to become alarmingly thinner. Now, as someone who was familiar with Cynthia Erivo, the changes in her body shocked me more than Ariana, because Cynthia Erivo, though she's never been a big woman, she was more thick and more muscular than Ariana. When Cynthia dropped so much weight, I'm going to be completely honest. I thought that it was because, okay, the schedule for Wicked was grueling. The rehearsals were hard. The shoot days, film days were sometimes 14, 15-hour days. And as someone who, my first job, I worked at a very fast-paced gas station. And while I'm not comparing that experience to having to train for Wicked, obviously, I'm bringing it up to say, I know what it's like to work long days and forgetting to eat, and you don't have work-life balance. I myself, while working that job, dropped so much weight that people around me, my coworkers and my friends, started asking me if I was okay, because I dropped weight so rapidly that it was cause for concern. So when I saw Cynthia drop the weight, I'm like, okay, because I've always known Ariana to be a thinner girl. See, I was one generation removed from Ariana's days on Disney. And when Ariana first came out, I've seen older pictures of her. She was a little bit thicker, but I've always known Ariana to be thin. Cynthia, I've never known to be a thin woman. She's always been fit. So again, I excused it away as, okay, when the press release stops, when the shooting for the movie stops, these women are going to be fine. They're going to go back to quote unquote normal. The reason I'm making the video today is because Ariana's normal has not come yet. I saw the music video for Petal, and Ariana is visibly gaunt. There are scenes where you can see every bone in her chest cavity. You can clearly see her clavicle. She looks emaciated. And I said, okay, now is the time I'm going to do my commentary. For whatever reason, whatever is going on with Ariana, I don't know if she's suffering from depression. I don't know if she's suffering from anxiety. I don't know if she's suffering from feelings of inadequacy. I don't know if she's suffering from desirability to where she feels that she has to be a certain size to attract men. I don't know what the root is, but it's showing up as an eating disorder. Here is the entire point of my video. And here is what I was going back and forth with people on the internet. No matter how well-intentioned we are, because we are not in Ariana's tribe, what we say and comment about her body is not in service of Ariana. It will do Ariana no good. And there's a reason why I'm saying tribe instead of family. Because here's where I'm going to get vulnerable. I have gone through my own personal mental health crisis. It did not show up in the form of an eating disorder, but I had crippling depression and anxiety for about 9 months of my life. It all crashed down. I had a full mental break. And what I can tell you about family is that family will watch you die. Family, by and large, I don't like to do blanketed statements. I don't like to speak in absolutes because, of course, there is an exception for every rule. But my point of view is that the exceptions do not invalidate the rule. I have seen firsthand, family is only concerned with your health up until the point it starts to inconvenience them. And the reason why I am specifically saying Ariana does not have a tribe is because family is watching her deteriorate. But because Ariana is the breadwinner of the family, no pun intended, they still are steadfast in their point of, well, we're just going to let her figure it out. We're just going to, from what we have seen, again, all speculation, because again, we're not in her tribe. There has been no intervention that has taken place for the past 2 years at least. If you just started from there, my question is, where is Ariana's tribe? Because again, family will watch you suffer, harm yourself, and either because they don't have the tools to know how to deal with it, or they're not concerned enough to find you the help that you need. If you're not in a position or mental state to help yourself, they'll just let it continue to happen as long as their lives are not affected. But your tribe cares enough about you to pull you out of the mud. When you don't have strength enough to crawl out yourself, that's where your tribe steps in and said, no, you won't die on me. In the words of Iyanla Vanzant, not on my watch. I'm more concerned because I have suffered from my own mental health issues, as I've said. I understand that we're all just one circumstance away from any type of mental illness. So my compassion and my empathy is with Ariana. But what concerns me is not so much her eating disorder, which it is a concern. It's the fact that you don't have people around you that love you enough to really help you. And what I have been trying to articulate for the past month on social media, though social media is not the place for enlightenment or understanding or empathy, it's only the place for entertainment. Every time we comment on Ariana Grande's body, if she is going through body dysmorphia and it's presenting as an eating disorder, we are sending her into a spiral. This is not helpful to Ariana. We cannot do anything for Ariana, but offer her our support and let her know we love you. We love you at every size. You don't have to do this to yourself. I told people on Threads, if y'all really want to be in some type of service to Ariana, start DMing the record label. Hell, DM her mama. Where's her grandmother? I ain't met a grandmother alive or has since passed. I don't care what race they are. White, black, Asian, Hispanic, indigenous. I've never met a grandmother alive that don't like feeding people. Where is Ariana's grandmother? Or have we just shut Nana up because Nana don't say anything? Let Ariana figure it out. She's still making money. She's still highly successful. She's still box office. She's still selling out tours. Just don't say anything. We'll figure it out. See, that's how family thinks. I don't want us to continue the commentary on Ariana Grande's body, and that's where the conversation stops. Because again, we cannot hold Ariana or anybody in her life accountable because we're not in the inner circle. So every time there is a think piece, every time there's a picture side by side of her and Karen Carpenter, yes, we know how Karen Carpenter passed away. Yes, there is stark contrasts that can be made between she and Ariana. But if you just stop for a minute, stop being salacious, stop being attention seeking, stop looking for validity for other people that are uncomfortable with Ariana Grande's body as well. Let me ask you a question. What do you think posting a picture of a woman who passed away from an eating disorder will do for Ariana Grande in the moment? I think, I don't know, I think that if Ariana was going to have a wake-up call, because she's living in her body, you don't know what she feels, you don't know the symptoms she's having, I think she would have a wake-up call long before you press send to upload a picture of a woman who died from a similar disease or a disorder. It's performative. It's performative disguised as empathy. Most people don't know how to be empathetic. Most people have never had to stage an intervention. See, let me tell you a little backstory about me. Not only did I go through my own mental health crisis, years prior, I worked in the mental health sector. I've led AA meetings. I've led NA meetings. I've had to talk someone off of the ledge, proverbially, from committing suicide. I understand the minds of addicts and depressed folks. And guess what? I still became one. You posting a picture of someone who has died does nothing but make that other person that's suffering spiral more. That is not the way to love someone back to health. And my frustration is not with Ariana. It's with everyone else involved. It's with the internet. It's with the record execs. It's with her romantic partners. It's with her so-called family. It's with her co-workers. I'm pissed at everybody. Because at no point did anybody care enough, no matter how uncomfortable it might have been, to lovingly suggest some things, to just check in with her. You don't have to try and shove a burger down her throat. Ask her how she's doing. Maybe talk to her. But there is such a commodification of celebrities. We don't remember celebrities are human until they start showing the frailties of human beings. Now, all of a sudden, everyone is concerned. The music video for Petal shows a glimpse into what Ariana has had to experience in the music industry. In the music video herself, she is alluding to the comments people have made about her body. And guess what is underneath the fucking music video that she posted? It's comments about her body. Are y'all well? Are y'all okay? Because the only difference is that we can see Ariana's illness. You all are unwell. My heart breaks for Ariana, not because she's dealing with this, not just because she's had to deal with scrutiny, not because she doesn't know how much she's loved. My heart breaks for Ariana because people around her don't love her enough. And she's having to deal with the repercussions of all of that in the public eye.